Josh Smith with GottaBeMobile.com. We're here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway with Chevy to find new roads, and we're checking out the Bolt EV today.
The 2017 Chevy Bolt EV design doesn't look like a traditional electric car that screams, "Hey, look at me, I'm driving something that's environmentally friendly." Instead, you get a modern-looking car that's perfect for city driving because of the small footprint, but it still offers a spacious interior and a lot of other cool options. You have 238 miles per charge, it goes 0 to 60 in less than 6.5 seconds, and has 266 pound-foot of torque, which means it's zippy, so when you need to get through a stoplight in the city or merge onto something, you have that power when you need it, all without gas. During our limited time in the Chevy Bolt EV today, it really feels like Chevy nailed that extra part. So it's not just a great electric vehicle, it's a great vehicle, and it stands alone as a car that you can drive as your primary driver. Part of this is the spacious interior. So there's room for 2 adults in the front and 2 adults in the back, and there's some flexible cargo options as well. Now, as far as tech goes, we have a big screen behind the wheel, which is where you're going to get your driving information. We have a large center screen, which is your infotainment area, and it's also going to deliver access to Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. We have this new style of shifter that you basically just push in the direction you want to go, and that's what we've seen on the Volt. The interior in the Bolt EV looks really sharp, and there's these really cool accents throughout, two-tone seating. Here you can see the spacious rear seat, and these fold down to give you 56.6 cubic feet of cargo space. You can even put things in a false cargo floor so that you have a little bit more storage, which is one thing that Chevy's really put thought into in this process. The 2017 Bolt EV is an electric car that's actually fun to drive. You have a lot of torque, which means you can go fast. It does 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds. And here you'll see us accelerating quickly and then braking to go around a corner. This is simulating driving in a city where you're going to have some tight turns, some multiple turns, a turn left and a turn right. And throughout this, you'll also be able to see where we use the Regen on demand. So if you want to get a little bit more energy back, instead of pressing the brake, there's a button on the steering wheel. You hold that in, and it will actually bring your car to a complete stop if you hold it long enough. And what that's going to allow you to do is drive just with the gas when you need to go, and then pull this, and that will slow you down when you need to just slow in traffic, and you're actually going to gain some power back, which gives you a little bit more range. Charge the Bolt EV. At home, you can go with a professionally installed 240 volt charger. That gives you about 25 miles of range per hour of charge time. With DC fast charging, you get about 90 miles in about 30 minutes of charge time. Whether you choose to use the one-pedal driving or simply drive like you're used to, the Bolt EV handles very well. As you can see here, we're running the same course in a variety of speed conditions. The ground is wet. We felt in control of the vehicle at all times. It has a very low center of gravity, which really helps with the way the car feels when you're driving it around corners and things like this, even at speed. I mentioned earlier there's quite a bit of torque for a car like this, and that's because with an electric vehicle, as soon as you push the gas, you're going to go. Unlike a gas vehicle where there's a slight bit of delay. So you do have quite a bit of zip, and you'll probably actually beat some other cars off the line for the first maybe 0 to 30 or 0 to 45. So if you need to get into traffic and have the power that you need to do it. It includes support for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so you're going to be able to stay connected while you're driving and remain focused on the road using a familiar interface that you're already used to on your phone. There's also a 4G LTE Wi-Fi connection so that you can connect your devices to it right on the car. There's also a My Chevrolet mobile app so you can lock and unlock your doors, and you can see information about your car. You'll find a variety of sensors that use radars and cameras to help keep you safe. There's also 10 airbags and a high-strength steel frame. You also get a virtual bird's eye view of the vehicle so that you can see more while you're maneuvering at low speeds like parking. Check out GottaBeMobile.com for more of our thoughts on the Bolt EV.